Beth said she's coming on without her camera. Cool.
Good morning, everyone. Good. Let's see who was in here already. Well, good morning, Todd. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good morning, Beth.
Let's see. Coffee is not supposed to be on the keyboard. Okay.
Good morning, Anissa.
Anissa, Beth,
Good morning, Joanna.
Joanna.
So, Anissa, have you signed up for your Social Security yet? They were talking about that over on Victoria's channel. Not you specifically.
Anissa's not 62.
I know. She's just got like a 30-year-old kid. Oh, you're only 52. Okay, I was off by 10 years.
Not unless you took a medical one, which you probably could do because of your mental condition. I'm not saying you're crazy or anything, but yeah. Yeah.
December the what, Anissa?
She's a December
She's a
baby like
wonderful
me
child
and
because
Carol.
she was born in December. Because mine's December the 3rd. Good morning, night nurse. Oh, 8. Okay. She's even a Sagittarian.
Yeah, me too.
That's trouble for you. The twins were born on the 27th, but they're Capricorns or something like that, are they? So, Todd,
Yep.
keep us informed about Gwen when she has her procedure done, which I know you will.
Yeah. She
Have
had
they got that set up yet?
she had something where they rubbed the sensors on your
Oh, okay.
chest.
You had 27th.
She had a
Oh, she's
test.
27 on the 27th. Okay, I'm with you.
Gwen had a test yesterday, so
Good morning, Lag.
it's not an EKG. It's the sonic one, whatever you call it. So
And this is apparently she's going to have a pacemaker put in.
it'd be nice to have a
You were at the beach yesterday, Lag?
little
Did you
remote
burst into
control.
flames? Because I thought vampires would have to stay in the the, the darkness.
Uh, she's thinking maybe yes, Beth.
Todd, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Why not? You got your sound off.
I think that's what they're thinking, Beth.
The chat can hear me, but you can't.
Um, okay.
We're having
Okay.
technical difficulties.
Oh,
I can hear you, Thom.
Roxy stepped on the keyboard and muted the muted the volume.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just saying, if she has to have a pacemaker, I want one with a remote control, and when she misbehaves, I'll zap her.
Yeah. You'll be like me. You'll be worried to death the whole time she's having the procedure done.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days I'll get this whole thing going right. And I'll have my own closet so I can go in there without the cat stepping on my keyboard. um, so you're going to? She's been doing, but Gwen's been doing okay since she's got home, right?
Uh,
You
no.
know?
She's been, yeah, upset gut.
Oh,
But she said, that heart problems can cause electrical issues in your whole body and can mess up your gut and your strength and your everything. So, yeah, she's had a bad 5 days.
have you been taking care of her like you're supposed to?
Yeah.
Good, good man, Todd. Good man. Um, so you're not going to go? Are you going to go to the see your girlfriends today?
Oh, yeah. They can't live without me. I'll, I'll spray on some Old Spice and get up there and thrill them.
You're going to jump up on a cabinet and do a show for them?
Sure. I didn't think about doing that. They got some poles there.
Morning.
Yeah, I saw him chatting in Victoria's chat this morning.
Yeah. Beth, I will not be doing the nudie cruise. And honestly, being on the cruises that Roberta and I were discussing this yesterday, being on the cruises that we've been on and seeing some of the people that we have seen on that cruise, I don't really want to go on a nudie cruise with these people. Uh, Not being that I am, I'm all of that in a box of chips, but I just think we'll pass on that. And actually, the ship that we're supposed to go on in December was limping back to a port of call yesterday because they had an engine issue. But like I said, no, I'm hoping that they're limited the nudie cruise to like 20 something year olds that's built like a brick outhouse. You know what I mean? I mean, really. There was there's a lot of characters on these ships that I just don't think I want to see that much of them. Did you sign up for it, Beth? Mr. Sadie, how are you this morning? Yeah, lag. I bet you did. I hope they have a lot of sunscreen available on that ship.
Be lots
But
of sunscreen being passed around.
yeah, I think somebody has put together one. I'm not sure. I thought I heard somebody talking about that. Yeah, I would like to. I'd like to go. A bunch of us go on a cruise. I'm not all white. Hopefully that probably most of the people that's going to be comfortable going on a new cruise has probably um, excuse me. Probably most of them have got an all over suntan already. And if you don't, then I'm supposing that you're going to fall into people going to be going pervert. Yeah, Mr. Sadie, I can see you out on your bass boat fishing nude. I don't know, Beth. I would think that it'd be kind of like a mandatory thing. Yeah, I started to go in the gutter lag, but I decided to. Yeah, you got to be careful with those treble hooks. Oh Lord, Anissa, that would kick it up a notch. I don't know how they would enforce that, Beth. I was just thinking that, like I said, Todd, you've been on a cruise.
Yeah.
You've seen some characters on on those boats. I'm sure you saw numerous that you prefer not to see all of.
Yeah, there's been some strange body types in swimsuits that didn't cover up enough.
You know, I don't know what it is about the cruise. Maybe it's all the liquor that's available, but people think they can get away with wearing some fashion that they shouldn't be wearing. I
Yeah,
mean,
I remember being on a cruise once and walking by the adult only pool, and one gal was saying to some guy in an annoyed voice, she said, I can't believe I let you F me last night, and this is the way you treat me today. I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna go the other side of the pool.
yeah. Well, if you want to get some action, apparently you have to go on Virgins. What is it, the Scarlet Lady? I think you have to go on that one. Because A, there's no children allowed, and B, it just seems like it's party from the time you get on and party till you get off the boat. Let me clarify that, the boat.
You're writing that down. Virgin.
Dang, Mr. Sadie. What did you finish up?
Oh, you didn't even cash, Sadie? God. He had it. Sadie was first place in the tournament last night with like a bazillion chips. And all he had to do was leave and go to bed early, and his money would have lasted the blinds until he got blinded out, and he probably would have made 40, 50 bucks, but he don't play that way. He plays to win.
Mr. Sadie's gonna start talking. He's going to start teaching how to play poker course.
He's a pretty good teacher. I keep blowing it. I had a chance to make the money last night too, but I didn't do it.
Now, will you play when you go on your cruise, or do you play when you go on a cruise?
I have done that, but they don't usually get enough players at the poker or the cruise we went on. They didn't get enough other players to play poker to make it a full table. So I don't like sitting there and playing with maybe 2 other people. It's just kind of boring. And
Mr. Sadie needs to take Mrs. Sadie and go on a cruise with you so y'all can sit at the table together and play head to head.
Beth's ready to come on, Thom.
Okay. Good morning, Beth.
Hey, how are you?
Hi,
I'm
Beth.
doing good.
We got to behave now. There's a lady on.
Yeah. Even though she's the one that brought up the nude cruise.
Oh, yeah. Shame on you, Beth.
Well, I was just curious when he was going.
No, my fat ass will not be going on a nude cruise.
Who brought that up in the Facebook anyway? That there
I
was going to
posted
be.
a link because
It
Roberta
was
Oh,
him.
it was
you
me.
posted it.
Roberta
He
posted the
started
link.
it.
It was Roberta. She's the one that shared the link with me.
Hi, Joanna.
Oh, is it my daughter-in-law? Yes. Oh, okay. Apparently, it was my daughter-in-law that shared it with Roberta.
Aha.
But no,
I have some friends that go to a camp like that, a campgrounds, and I just don't see the thrill of that. But whatever floats your boat.
Oh, the new cruise was supposed to have been on the ship that we're supposed to take in December.
Oh my gosh.
The Carnival Pride.
Well, I hope they have a good cleanup between.
I was going to say, but I wasn't going to say. I'm glad you said
Yeah,
it.
I have. Todd says he hopes they have a good cleanup after that cruise.
Vacuum cleaner.
Oh, the rule is you can't sit on a towel sit on a towel. You can't sit anywhere without a towel under you. So, like I said, I won't be participating in that.
What, some of those folded towels shaped like a monkey or a
Yeah.
elephant or
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Todd, if Gwen has any concerns or anything, have her get a hold of Kimmy because Kimmy has a pacemaker. She's had it for years.
All right. Yeah, she's talked to a few people that have them. So
I'm going to be seeing Kimmy and Chris this month. They're having a baby shower.
Sorry, I was looking back through the chat. Mr. Sadie, you get bored and go crazy? Talking about on a new cruise ship? Are you talking about nude on your bass boat? Yeah, I'm sure they have to do some extra cleaning after that. Because there's going to be some people that's not going to. That's going to break the rules. Playing poker for 7 hours.
Well, they won't need to play strip poker then.
No. And the Pride is sort of got it's an older ship. It's a smaller ship, and it's got a Italian Renaissance kind of theme. So they have like nude Italian statues and.
Well, it takes a new meaning of the word pride.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have the paintings and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I won't be participating in that. If Roberta wants to go, she can get her mother and they can go.
Mr. Sadie, they'd use a fanny pack. Get it?
Badoomba. Mr. Sadie, you would have to have a daggum tote bag to carry all your chips around in. So, good morning, Adam. It's good seeing you.
Hey, Adam.
It's been a while. What'd you sell, Joanna? Now, Beth, are you still working part-time for...
I'm considered full-time, but I have an assistant who is in the office for me 3 days a week.
All right.
But I'm on call all the time.
And you just work from home?
Yeah. I go in twice a week. I go in tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my wife, she thinks I have a very cushy job. So.
Would you have to do any work from home?
Yeah, I work from home during the day. I work 3 to 5 every day, no matter what. I get calls all times of the day, night. It doesn't end. I told him I can give him 4 more years. That's it.
Yeah. Now, you were working full-time at the office before the pandemic hit, though, right? Or were you still working?
For about a year, I was doing this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was having so many issues with my parents. I kept having to leave all the time, and I just felt really bad. It was leaving him without anybody. So this is what
Adam.
There was one time I was working in the office. I had a full office full of clients, and I get calls, and I got one grandmother in one emergency room and another grandmother in another emergency room. And my parents were trying to take care of them, and I just said, I got to go. And I left them with all these people there, and was bad. It was bad, but my family comes first.
Yeah. Mr. Sadie, are you going to drive up there and tow it back, or is it something that's got to be towed with a semi? Because you were talking about a stage that turns out of a trailer or something like that.
I bet
Well,
he
Adam,
does.
I don't do full time on my reselling, but
Speaking of reselling,
Yeah.
I see. I don't know. I'm changing the subject, but
Sure. Go ahead.
I see so many channels, big channels, talking about promoted listings, and you got to do them, but you can't do them for too much, and back and forth about promoted. And I'm like, I don't promote anything. It's like all those lawnmower parts I bought, they're all gone. I bought them in April and I sold every one of them. I think for me, if you got good stuff to sell that people want, you don't need to promote it. I don't promote anything. Beth, do you promote?
I have to because I do clothing. But when I did appliance parts, I didn't promote those
You have
because there weren't
you
that many
feel
out
you
there in the
have
first
to?
place. I always came up on the first page no matter what anyway.
Um,
But clothing, you pretty much have to. At least I sell mall brand clothing. I don't sell, high end clothing. So
so
he puts in Gloria Vanderbilt jeans. You better have your jeans promoted or you're going to be on the 50th page.
so you don't think somebody would put in their size and that they want Gloria Vanderbilt jeans and they would ever see yours?
Unless they want to scroll 50 pages down. The keywords would have to be, exactly what they put in. And chances are a lot of the resellers put the same keywords in. So if they're promoted, they're going to be at the top.
What percentage do you promote out on your clothes?
1% over trending.
Over trending. Well, that was some of the controversy lately. A lot of people were saying that trending has been going up to like 12, 13, 14%.
Yeah, I do the automated. So I have my cap set at 15%, but it never
Jeez.
goes that high. Most of my stuff is promoted at 7 to 10. So
I don't
Like,
know.
are you being serious?
So you pay your final value fees plus 10% more. So you're,
Right.
and then you got to pay for there's shipping and there's packaging, and you must be able to get your stuff really, really cheap, or your stuff
Yeah,
sells for really, really good money.
I am getting my stuff cheap.
Okay, yeah, I knew that. I see your shopping cart at the store, but I'm like, dang, that's
But when I go full time, everything's going to change. So it's just what I'm doing now.
yeah.
Right now, I thrift 2.5 hours a week. I get at least 100 items in 2.5 hours, and I'm done. I don't have time to thrift any more than that right now because I have to be in front of the computer. So it's
But
just my
like,
business model. I have a honey hole right now that's great. If that dries up, I'm going to have to change. I'm going to have to figure something else out.
I bought 3 big boxes of Post-it notes, and I just listed them, and there's only a couple left. I sold them all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, how in the world? Why in the world? I mean, Post-it notes is a big category. There are lots of sellers selling Post-it notes. I never promoted them, but they all sold.
I have a
Some-
lot of repeat buyers. Hey, J. Marie, I have a lot of repeat buyers, so that's really sustaining me right now. And they'll come in and buy 6, 7, 8 items at a time.
Hmm.
So they just come back to my store. They don't search.
Well, that's
morning,
good.
Marie.
I don't get much repeat buyers, but
Yeah, I'm starting to consider myself as a personal shopper.
I hardly
because
ever
I'm buying what they're wanting.
get stuff that repeat buyer would come back for because it's just kind of
Well,
a
Cindy, I
one of
hope
a
you get
kind
to
deal.
feeling better. Sorry to hear that. I have been missing her.
Who?
Cindy, why?
Yeah, where's she been?
She's been sick.
Oh no. Is she here in the side chat? I didn't see her.
No, her daughter is.
Oh,
J. Marie is.
all right. Really sick, huh? Dang it.
And are they like all different types? They're not duplicates? And where did you get all the ballet shoes from? Or your little girls, your big little girls? Are they ballet dancers? Yes, we'll have her in our thoughts and prayers, J. Marie.
Do I ever have so much of one item I get sick of it? Yeah. I got a bunch of yard flags. I got about 2/3 the way through them, and I got, I can't list another one. The rest of them been sitting over there for a month. Dance company closed down. You paid $50 for all. Well, yeah. If they're all different brands and different sizes, yeah, I could see how that'd get kind of boring.
Now, are they new or are they used? And the dance company, are we talking dance company as a group of dancers, or are we talking about a dance store that sells dancing gear? Ah,
They're all new.
'cause
Wow.
I have a nephew that has a daughter that's in the gymnast. She's in the gymnastics. It's not, the same thing as ballet, but she's only 7, and they spend a small fortune on that daggum activity. The outfits. Oh, cool. Which it's with anything anymore. It's expensive if your kid does anything.
Did you know that you can promote your listings at 100%? Who would do? Why is that even an option?
Well, maybe it's a lost leader, like
I was
trying to
going to
get
say
you.
that, or they're trying to liquidate.
Yeah.
But if you sold something at 100%, and then on top of that, eBay gets like 13%.
Okay, but let's say
You're
that
already, even if you got your stuff for $0.
but let's say that you let your account go down to below standard. The only way to get it back up is to sell more items. People would pay for that to get their store
Okay.
back up above standard, to keep their store from being taken down.
I'm sure that's a thing, but I just want to ask one question. Does anybody really look at the seller when they're buying stuff?
I do.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
I guess I just don't buy that much stuff from eBay.
Well, I don't either, but the stuff I do buy, sure, I look at the seller. If it, I
I
look at the
don't.
seller and I look at where it's coming from. If it's coming from China, I don't buy it.
Oh yeah.
I look at the seller and if their feedback is 50, I kind of go, let me look for somebody else.
I guess I rephrase that question. Does like the below standard type thing? I just if I need something, I just order it.
I did the other day, but I was shopping for me and Maggie, so I wanted to make sure that it was a good seller. Maggie liked her shoes, and I didn't like mine. We got the same shoes, but we had different experiences.
But I have a lot of items in my store that aren't selling. So I'm like, would promoted help? But when I click on that item and I look at solds, most of the time nobody's bought one in the last 90 days or something. It's just something that nobody wants. I've got things that nobody wants. I don't think promoted would help that any. Like
I think there.
I
I
got some dishes sets, Oneida dishes that I got a whole bunch of them, whole stack of them, and nobody's been buying them. And I look at the pattern and the listing for those dishes. Like, dang, nobody's buying these from anybody. What would be the point of promoting those if even if they're promoted, nobody would buy them. So I'm like, the stuff I have that's not selling, nobody's going to buy it anyway, and the stuff I have that people want, it's all selling okay for me. So people think I'm stupid for not doing promoted.
I think there's sometimes it's just if you want to sell it, why not knock that? Why not knock the money, the amount that you would be promoting? Why would you not go ahead and just subtract that from the cost? Put it on sale of that item on sale.
Well, I do that kind of stuff all the time. I just keep lowering prices until I get to a point where it's not worth shipping anymore.
Well, I mean,
And then I take it and donate it.
if you go into
In fact, I got a lot of stuff I need to just purge and take down to the
I
Lutherans.
mark my items
See if
down by
we can
how
get
long they've
$1
been
for it.
listed. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I mark my items down by how long they've been listed.
Yeah.
So if they've been listed 2 years, they're 50% off. If they've been listed 1 year, they're 30% off. And right now I have 7 items that have been listed for 2 years. So, and I have 3,400 items. And after they sit for a while, after 2 years, I take them out and I look at them and I decide if I'm going to relist them or donate them. I do that at the end of every month.
But sometimes
That's a good system.
in my opinion, is I'll look at something, but I won't buy it because I just don't think it's the right price. So I was, I was just wondering whether it would be not better to just go ahead and, subtract the price, subtract, change lower the price. Excuse me, and so you'll, because because I search by price, so it's up at the top of the list. So maybe the few bucks you subtract off the price of it will make the difference.
Do you have offers on? Can they make an offer?
Oh, I have offers on everything.
Okay.
But then again, you get offers made and then they don't pay. So, oh, well, look at you, Anissa. They actually paid.
Way to go.
They've been talking about it for several years now about fixing it so that if you make an offer and the seller accepts, it's automatically considered buy it now. And so you're paid. You have to pay for it right then. I don't know whether they're ever going to get around to it or not.
They've been telling us since I was at eBay Open in 2018 that they were going to do that. Now, I know, wasn't there a summer update that just came out? I haven't read it yet. I need to. Somebody was saying they had something in there about immediate payment coming again. They say that every time.
I don't know why they can't fix that. That's just stupid.
Now, was that on the? Was that eBay that required you to put the payment method in, or was it the buyer? I mean, the seller.
What?
See what she said, Anissa?
That's kind of like a beta program, isn't it, Anissa?
Oh. So they're doing that on offers now. Well, that's a step in the right direction.
Good morning, Glenn.
You couldn't make an offer until you put in a payment. Now, I made an offer on something a week or two ago, and I didn't have to put a payment method in. They don't just go with the payment methods you already have on file with them or something? Yeah. You don't opt in because I have several buyers that buy multiple items.
And I'm
Yeah.
wondering. I'm also wondering with somebody will make an offer, I'll accept it, and it's Friday before they pay for it. So I don't know what I'm wondering whether that's also a consideration is that people want to go ahead and get it locked down instead of before they get so they can pay for it on their next pay period.
I don't get upset when they make an offer and I'm asleep. Then they get off the computer and I accept it and they're asleep. And then they don't get an email reminding them that they bought the item. They get 96 hours and then they'll say, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. I don't get upset about that. What I get upset about is when people, when I accept an offer and they go, well, I can't pay until Friday. they knowingly admit that they don't have the money in their account.
Right.
That's when I get upset.
But you know, it's tying up people's product and money because it's considered sold. The shopping cart.
Yeah,
Oh,
if a buyer puts all their stuff into their cart and then pays all at once, then that would be immediate. But yeah, if a buyer buying multiple items from your store, buys them one at a time, and immediate pay is on, then they'll have to pay for each item immediately. So, seem like in today's modern shopping world, people would figure out that yeah, if you're going to buy two different things from the same place, put them in the cart and then go to checkout. But yeah, I've had several buyers buy several different things from me, and then they bought each one separately instead of adding them to the cart. I had a lady buy 11 pieces of sterling silver jewelry from me a week or two ago, and she bought every one of them separately. She didn't put them in a cart and then check out all at once.
And then did she write and tell you she wanted combined shipping?
Oh yeah. So I just told her I'll refund you some of the shipping when I pack them and weigh them. And she was okay with that, so it worked out. But had
yeah.
she put it all in her cart and then requested an invoice, then I could have given her a discount much easier.
I had a lady buy a book, actually two books, and just a bunch of other odds and ends. And she paid for each one of them separately. And then when I started putting it together, I noticed all these same addresses, so I just combined them into a priority mailbox and shipped it. And then I refunded her some. I sent her an email saying I'm refunding part of your shipping because I shipped everything together, and she got everything faster because the books were media mail, so they would have taken God only knows how long they'd get there.
Yeah, there you go, John. My favorite buyers are the ones that ask a lot of questions about the item after I accept their offer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. For a while there, what I was doing was, okay, I'm changing the price. I'm gonna change the price in the store to that price. So you better get in there and pay for it because and it has happened where people have got somebody else has bought it before they could buy it.
Well, that's how I had my Nightmare on eBay Street that took over 40 messages. If y'all haven't watched that live stream, somebody bought it out from under, and it was a big mess.
I'm a resell it. Hey, I'm a resell it. I gotta ask, how tall are you? Because when I look at pictures on your channel, you look like you're like 7 feet tall or something. He stands up next to other people and he's like way higher than they are. Okay, what are stocks doing this morning? Stock market. Oh, we're starting down a little bit. Stock market's been going up for months now.
Tom, I'm trying really hard not to angry type over here.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't want to get kicked off again.
No, I've never kicked you off. You're the last person I'd kick off.
Well, thank you.
You would kick me off before Beth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beth she's just a violent typer.
And you should hear my wife. You think that's bad. My wife she just plows on the keyboard.
Well, it's that you've got a mechanical keyboard too, I think, so it makes a difference. It makes more noise. But let's back up to the 80s. Whenever when a room would be full of typers on typewriters. That's a lot of clack, 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 clacking. Because I remember back in typing class in high school, it can get kind of noisy in a typing class.
I just have a regular laptop. I don't know what you mean by having a mechanical.
It's the way
you say my typing is so loud, but it's just a regular laptop.
Well, you must pound the hell out of that keyboard then.
Was the laptop made in the 1990s?
Yeah.
No, just got it in January.
The keys just have a loud clicker.
Always criticizing me.
Don't worry, I come in here to take some of the pressure off of you. They like messing with me.
Okay.
Lag, you were not in my chat yesterday, Lag. We all decided you were dead.
Let's see how loud mine is. I'm going to type some H's.
I'm not going to do mine because mine's just a MacBook that doesn't have any.
Don't hear nothing, Todd. And
See?
actually, is that a different computer that you're using now, Beth? Because it don't seem to make the noise.
Well, that's because I'm over here barely touching the keys because I'm afraid I'm going to get kicked out.
Oh, don't worry about that. That'll never happen. We'll just laugh at you about abusing.
You used to tell me I drowned out your voice.
Have you heard the stories that me and Jim tell? You're not getting kicked out.
Yeah.
It's not like you said the vaccine's a death shot and the election was rigged. Come on now.
I've only listed 3 items because it's taking me forever.
Okay, well, go ahead and go back to your regular speed, Beth.
We'll see y'all rumble.
It just gives us something to pick at you about.
What's that word? Incorrigible. That's what Beard is. Incorrigible.
So, did you go to a Bed Bath & Beyond yesterday?
I did.
Did they have any of the boxes left?
I asked about boxes, and they said, you just missed it. Some lady came in yesterday morning and bought every one we had. I'm like, well, crap. What else you got?
I ended up with like 700. I'm going to put the video out today so everybody will know about it. And it was like $60. They were less than 10 cents each.
What was it you bought?
Me and Tracy and Justin divided all the boxes because the way Bed Bath & Beyond worked was, so if you ordered off the website, they would pick the store in your area and they would ship it to you. And so they had all the shipping boxes. And so I bought just 25 or 15 band, however the boxes were banded up. They were $2 a band. So I got, and then I bought rolls of 4x6 labels. They were $1 a roll, so I got 71 rolls. So I'm gonna sell 10 or 12 4-packs, and it'll pay for everything. And then I'll keep the other 25 or 30 rolls. I think
The
these
four-
might be the big ones. You know, some are 220 and some are 450. I think these are the 450 rolls.
The 4x6 they run through your Rolo?
They'll run through anything.
Okay, well,
Except they won't run through a Dymo. Sorry, Dymo has to have that little chunk square out where the light goes through.
right.
But it'll go through any Chinese printer. It'll go through any Rolo, any Zebra, everything but a Dymo and a Brother, because the Brother has their own labels as well.
So I bought a box of bubble mailers. They're big. God, look at the size of that.
Yeah, Justin had bought all the bubble mailers before he told us, scoundrel.
These were like $5 a box. I don't know how many's in the box, but a bunch.
He got
Where
them
did
for $2 a box here.
where
Oh,
did you
crap.
say this was at?
Bed Bath and Beyond. And then I bought 5 boxes of urinal cakes.
Does your house smell that bad?
My death pile smells better now.
What is that called? A urinal what?
Cake.
Yeah, in the center part is a cake. This is kind of a trap that goes in the urinal, so if people spit out their gum or whatever, it won't go down the drain.
It's a deodorant too.
Yeah,
as you pee, it makes the place smell like flowers.
there you go.
Even go in a bathroom if there's a urinal. I can't even go in there.
And I bought one box of printer ink.
Beth, don't you misgender me. I can go in whatever bathroom I want to.
Oh Lord, have
I feel
mercy.
if I feel like sitting down to pee, I'll go in the women's room. It's all right.
So, do they normally carry shipping materials, or is that just?
Yeah, I guess they ship a lot, or used to ship a lot.
I mean, because the 4x6 labels at a buck a roll, that's a pretty good price there.
So Joni went with me and she bought these. She's listing these right now on eBay and Amazon.
What are they?
Dog outfits, little dogs made by Ugg. So they have this one. This one is Joni's favorite. They have this one.
So I bought some printer ink for $5.
They didn't have it. They didn't have it, and they have this one.
Or cartridge or whatever it is.
Right.
I mean, they had carts. You can still buy carts. You can still buy. They had Dymo scales, but I've got like 5 scales, so I didn't need another one. But and the battery compartment was all gunked up, so I didn't want to take a chance on it.
They had carts, like shopping carts.
No, like the metal ones they push around the store to put sockets.
And this is even worse is those troughs where they have that big trough and they just all pee in the same thing. That just disgusts me. I can't handle that. Can't handle that.
That's how any good country western bar is. Just pee in the trough. Everybody gather around.
Except at Garth Brooks bar, they everybody sits there while they drink their Bud Light.
Hey, Scott, I ask you a question.
Okay.
It's not really related, but do you know anybody that has a podcast that I could hook up with? I have some questions because I'm getting ready to launch my podcast and I've got some questions.
I know a couple people.
A lot of the questions are like about hosting and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've thought about turning the morning show, which I probably should, into a podcast. Like they do the Trash to Cash does.
What's the difference in a live show and a podcast anyway?
Podcasters, which used to be Anchor. But
I started looking into it, but I never went far enough down. I know Kristen does one.
So
if you give me a list of questions, I'll ask her and act like I'm asking. She doesn't mind. She'll answer.
is it no video? It's just audio.
It's just audio.
I mean, it's going to be put on YouTube, but just with a picture on it. Right now, Joanna, right now I'm using Spotify for podcasters, which used to be Anchor. It's free, but there are some others that you can pay for, and they're not that expensive, but I'm getting so many different answers, and I'm just so confused. And I really want to hear from somebody that I know or know somebody I really know personally.
Yeah.
Instead of all these people that are trying to sell me stuff.
Well, give me a list of questions, and I'll ask Kristen. Like, I'll tell her I'm interested in doing a podcast. Could she help me out? And she'll answer them pretty quick.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Felix, you just want to see me in a bra again. That's all. you probably be my highest subscription to my OnlyFans account.
So why would you go ahead? Why would you just not do a regular YouTube video if you're going, and then just? I mean, what's the point?
A lot of people will listen to a podcast. You can put them on for free on Spotify and these other places.
Right.
And advertisers, if you can get a little bit of traction, okay. So what's on this whole panel? What's different between Beth and the other three of us?
She's pretty.
She's smarter.
Yeah.
People discount. All these ladies that do YouTube, they face a rash of criticism about their looks and everything else that we have. Nobody bothers. I put on a bra, for God's sake. Nobody gives a shit. But I've heard it ever since I've started this. The ladies just get all kinds of criticism and comments and everything else that's unwarranted. If you don't like somebody or have something negative to say, man, go the fuck on. And so a lot of people choose to do podcasts because audio only. It's easier to listen to in a car. It's easier to when you're walking around doing stuff. There's lots of benefits to an audio only podcast.
So you could basically take this video. I could split the audio out of it.
Correct, and then upload it as a podcast in a podcast format, and you could listen to it on Spotify or Apple iTunes or whoever.
I mean, it's like getting a different audience. Like some people are very comfortable with YouTube. Some people are more comfortable with Spotify or Pandora. And it's just broadening your audience, really.
I listen to Matt Walsh, and Matt Walsh puts his show on Twitter now, and he also uploads it every afternoon to all as a podcast. And so he'll get the YouTube audience, he'll get the Rumble audience, and he'll get people who only listen to audio. And so you reach a different crowd. Felix, if I had an OnlyFans, you'd be the highest subscriber. You'd have me in a little skirt with little bells going ding 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 ding.
Are you kidding? Joni needs to connect with Felix. She might can sell you off as Felix's number 8th wife or something like that.
Only if I can get paid. Show me the money, honey.
And this June, Mama June didn't do too bad with her looks on TV. Nobody cared.
Yeah, but she was but just think about all the people that made memes about her and talked about her looks and everything else. You see all the videos. You'll never believe what Honey Boo Boo looks like now. I mean, they're still obsessed with what the kid looks like. And Mama June, all the rest of them. Mama June's, you'll never. I mean, you see those videos.
I wasn't holding up my hand to make a statement. I was pointing to Roberta to look at the cat.
So these are 220 rolls, and the ones I bought, you can see are bigger. I think these are the 450 rolls. Which really makes them a good deal for $1.
I was never a Honey Boo Boo watcher. No, I know Jim and Tara were obsessed by it. So you got enough labels to last you a couple of months now, Scott?
71 rolls, 71 times 450. That's a couple of months, yeah. good thing, Phil. That's the one thing we do agree on. We're both lesbians.
Have you ever thought about going back and doing your shows and
What'd she
splitting
say?
out the? Have you ever thought about going back, Scott, and splitting the audio out of your old shows?
I have, but I deleted a bunch of them. Whenever they were coming back and giving strikes, I deleted a bunch of them because I have a tendency to say stuff that YouTube doesn't like.
Right.
Clot shot. So in this, I just went to Bed Bath & Beyond. They're closing. The one here has 11 days left. It looks like a normal store in the front. They've got all the stuff discounted, but if you go on the way back, they've got all their supplies out there. All shelves they're not using anymore. All that stuff's back there. And so here's what happened. So we do wings on Tuesday night. Justin, the flipping accountant, showed up. He comes about once a month. He's a really nice guy, and he's like, "I'm sorry I'm late, guys, but you're gonna love why I'm late. I took a bunch of pictures. I stopped at I was driving by Bed Bath & Beyond, and I saw the closing sign. I went in there, and they have all their boxes and stuff. I bought all their bubble wrap, and he bought all the bubble mailers. He said, but the boxes, they've got hundreds of boxes left. If y'all want to go out to dinner, they're $2 a bundle." And so that got us over there. So Tracy bought maybe a third of the boxes I did. He probably bought 200, 250. Now I bought 700 or 800. I had to bring my trailer to finish carrying them home.
Is Justin a friend of Jason and Kara's? Because I think I had dinner with him.
No, he lives here in town. He's the flipping accountant. Is his name. He does.
Would he been at eBay Open in 2018 with Justin and Karen? I mean,
you talking about
top sales.
No, he did not do it. He doesn't do eBay. I don't think.
Oh, his name was Justin.
I'll ask him, but I don't think so.
I had dinner with him at Hell's Kitchen. If that's who it is, he was a nice guy.
He's really tall. He's like 6'2".
Mhm.
So you got Joni making listings now?
I had to crack the whip.
You offered? Oh, sweet.
And don't worry. I'm gonna send a box of remotes in. I'm gonna get Jacob to start listening. I've got hundreds and hundreds of remotes. He can start listening. She just want to come out here and be close to me. She misses me out here.
Oh,
well, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's my.
Sure, he's paying you.
Say what, Scott?
It's my charming personality.
I hear you. Have you moved your camera? Or
Yeah,
your
I'm on the shipping computer.
Oh, okay, because I was just wondering because I'm getting a different view now.
Yeah, I want to make sure you can see all the boxes of 3X. Ladies, y'all order. Those are just the ones I have here. The rest of them are in the building.
I'm telling you, you need to take a daggum truckload of them down to the flea market and blow those things out. Because you won't have to worry about any returns.
Can you imagine some of them sweaty women at the flea market trying to return them? I just tried this on. I'm like, oh, God, you just keep it.
Excuse me, I just threw up a little bit.
How many of those gray malls?
It'd be the same if I had male underwear. I was like,
yeah, it would be.
Your junk has touched it. You can't send it back.
I need the other bag, and I need you to tell me how many small and how many medium.
Oh, the gray one?
Yes.
3 medium. 3 medium. 3 small. I didn't see another bag. I have to go to the trailer. Well, hell, it's at the end of the driveway.
and this is missing the doggies. Go get a dog. Hey, Phoebe.
Hello.
Is that Phoebe?
You mean to tell him about your 3 minutes of hell, Phoebe? Okay, really? Okay. So the other day I was leaving, and Phoebe and Franklin ran up the ramp to jump on our bed, and Phoebe ran on the inside. Franklin's on the outside. Phoebe hit her with the hips. Franklin goes flying off the end of the ramp, and I went into the bathroom to use the bathroom. By the time I come out, Franklin has recovered. He's jumped up on the bed, and Phoebe's got him pinned down, and Phoebe is humping him. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, and then so I forgot something out here, so I went outside, and they followed me out here. Phoebe takes 2 steps outside. Here's the big dog next door, and is over there just raising hell, hair on the back of her neck. She's barking at this big ass dog that she always does. Franklin's just over there, and like he's doing this because he never barks. I looked over at Franklin. I'm telling Phoebe, shut up. Franklin looks at me, cocks his leg, pees on the fence while Phoebe's just going nuts. I mean, it's just
I
that
tell
was
you what,
3 minutes of craziness with dogs.
it's something about those girls animals, because Roxy will. Cole weighs twice as much as she does, and he's a kitten. I say he's a kitten. He's a lot young. He's only just over a year old. She will pin him down in a minute. She will send his butt running. She is the boss.
You want to tell everybody hello? You want to say hello?
Oh, it's 10:12.
Hey, Miss Anissa.
You need 2 or 3 more now. Go get you some puppies.
What do you say, Franklin? You can make puppies? Mama
you
wants
haven't
big
you-
penis puppies.
you haven't had him fixed?
No. Mama wants me to use these furry balls and big penis to make little puppies.
Okay. All right, it's 1:15. I got to get out of here. 1:15, 10:15.
Don't worry about this right now. I'm going
Anybody got? And Todd's got to go see his girlfriends.
Yeah, and I got to get the shipping so I can get the listen.
these are listed.
So, anybody got any final words?
I'll be back.
Bye.
Bye. Any final words, Scott or Beth?
Oh, bye.
Do you think I've got this demonetized yet?
You know what? Knock on wood. Either the ones that I thought would at least get censored or whatever, nothing has happened to them. So I guess they're just getting kind of.
I don't know. I just saw it out there. I don't know what's out there.
So
No,
anyway,
we're thrilled that you're still alive. I was moping around all day because I thought you had gone to spend eternity with your dad Satan.
all right, everybody, catch Todd tomorrow on his channel.
Hey, I'll have a video out in probably a couple hours. I'll show you all the boxes and everything I found at Bed Bath and Beyond.
All righty, y'all stand waiting for that now. Sometimes it'll take him 2 or 3 days.
I gotta find the camera first. I think it's in the truck.
All right, y'all have a great day. See you
Bye.
tomorrow
Bye.
on Todd's channel. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Beth and Scott and Todd.